Everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, I want it, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it, everything I wanted, I'ma get it, cause I deserve it,
Yo, what it do, y'all? Welcome back to the 80s Babies Conversation. This your boy, Bubba. I hope everybody had a great weekend, and most of all, I hope everybody had a great New Year's, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and shout out to the boy Ken for that song, man. I love the song. I'll be back here vibing before we get on, but real talk, I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve. I know I did. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them Georgia Bulldogs for winning. You know what I'm saying, this weekend. And on New Year's Day, I want to give a happy heavenly birthday to me and Raven Daddy. So shout out to all the Capricorns. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all time. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, I ain't do too much. You know, I chill with family, watch the game. You know, kicked it, had dinner. You know, for Dad's birthday. You know, just kicked it with fam. I ain't do too much, man. I was trying to stay in the house and stay out the way, man. So hopefully everybody, bought it in safely and here with us today. So, what's happening, sis?
What's happening? Happy New Year. Once again, happy belated birthday to our dad in heaven.
Yep.
And let's get it started. Everybody starts off the new year with fresh ideas.
Yep.
But before we get it started, though, we need everybody that's on here tonight to invite some friends. Share this live, invite some friends, help us get some people on this great podcast.
Right. New year, y'all. It's a new year, so y'all, come on now. Let's get it.
And
Look,
support is a verb. Support is a verb. It's action.
Yeah.
All right, help us get some people on this live.
Good content.
All right. So new year, new you or not? Are you not buying into the hype? this new year, are you going into this new year with a resolution, or are you just gonna keep on kicking?
I'm gonna say, I don't believe in that resolution, because we tend not to stick to them. Everybody already know, what I'm saying? Not all the way. We kind of stray off of what we say we're gonna do and this and that. So me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I had a good year last year. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rebound year for me from everything that happened the year before that. So, honestly, I had a good year. But I mean, this year, the only thing I plan on doing different is keeping my head down and grinding harder. You know what I'm saying? Because I grind hard. I grind hard last year, and like I said, that really my rebound year from everything, the tragedy that we had with the year before that. So, you know, hey, I was satisfied with this year, well, with last year, and looking forward to this year. You know what I'm saying? See what great things I'm gonna get into this year. So I'm gonna keep the same attitude I had last year, just grind harder, straight up, simple as that.
The same for me. I do feel like, we have to reinvent ourselves at the start of the new year. So I think it's a good idea. I'm not going to say that you're going to change your whole life in a
Right.
snap of a finger just because it's a new year. But I do think it's important that you set some goals that you can work on.
Yeah,
Um,
and they got to be achievable. They got to be achievable goals too, y'all. I think that's what a lot of people mess up at. They set these goals, and they say what they gonna do, and it's kind of like in your head, it's kind of like you ain't gonna reach that goal. So I think if you're gonna set a goal, at least make it set that goal that's achievable and
so what I'm going
realistic.
to say is, set your 5 goals. I think 5 goals are reasonable. But the thing that you have to do is you have to start developing the habit
Hmm.
to achieve the goal. So if I set a goal, what is it going to take for me to achieve it? I want to be on time for work every day in 2023. If that's my goal, well, now I need to create some habits that are going to allow me to be on time to work every day. So instead of me going to bed at 11, I may go to bed at
Right.
9 every night. Okay, I'm going to set my alarm clock for 5:30. I plan to be out of the house by 6:30. If I do these things consecutively for a set amount of days, for 21 days perhaps, they have now become habits. I'm on time for work every day. Being late is old news. So you have to kind of do those type things, set reasonable goals, but create habits that support your goals.
Right.
So sometimes we set the goals, but we don't want to put the work in.
Right. Right. Like they say, it's easy said than done. Always.
Yeah, so you got to put the work in that sense, in that retrospect, to achieve your goals. And you can't leave everything behind in 2022 because some things naturally are going to roll over into 2023 as well. So you have
Right.
to be realistic. But I do feel like sometimes you have to shed some things to walk into your new season. So you do need to be mindful of that
Some
as well.
things and some people. Don't forget
Ooh,
that.
things and people. That's important.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got
Straight
to
up.
share some stuff to walk into your new season. Everybody can't go with you,
Right.
and know what things are for you and what things are not for you. We're just living in a day and time where people are glamorizing um different things. Addictions
Hmm.
are easy to fall into, those kind of things. So we just gotta, speak life over ourselves and make sure that we're mentally strong and that we surround ourselves with supportive people who are going to help us support the habits we need to achieve our goals.
Hmm. And we got to develop good habits. Develop good habits. Start developing good habits, man. Like you say, so you got to have good habits to start doing better.
And we had a few friends checking in. If you're with us in the chat, let us know. We had Gloria checking in. What's up, Auntie?
What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy New Year's to everybody. My boy Rich taking in here
Risk
as
Taker checking
always. What's
in.
happening?
Tequila, our Girls Talk co-host, checking in. And if you with us,
Okay,
let us
cuz
know
what's happening?
and share this live. Join us in the chat. Tell us what y'all think in the chat. So we're gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and
jump
dive
in.
into our first topic of the night.
Let's do it.
Our cousin Shauna checking in,
What's up, cuz? Happy New Year.
Ty checking in.
What's up, Ty?
All right. Ooh, this seems like a good one. When dating, what
That
are
is a good
proper
one.
hosting and visitor etiquette? When dating, What are proper hosting and visitor etiquette? So, I mean, bro, what do you think about this topic in general?
Well, like I said before, it depends on the circumstances, man. 9 times out of 10, you know, I'm gonna say it. You might not want to hear it. 9 times out of 10, the man is always, when it comes to dating and hosting, the man always gotta host it for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? For us, like going out, the what they gonna eat at, what activities they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad at stuff like that. So, luckily I done ran across, women that knew how to coordinate stuff. Cause me, I was bad at that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I feel like especially if the man got to drive, you know what I'm saying, somewhere and accommodate, or meet up with the woman, it got to be something that she's willing to, accommodate. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, sis? Like,
so, okay. I feel like we could tackle this on the distance thing and the local thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah. We're gonna have to do it on both, right?
So let's talk about distance first. If that guy is planning to come and see me for the weekend. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say he's coming from Atlanta to Columbus, which is only an hour and 15 minutes away. And did we just meet or have we been kicking it for a little while?
Right. Let's just say y'all been let's say y'all been kicking it for a little. Y'all done kicked it.
Okay, so we've kicked it, but we're not in a relationship. So I really I'm not comfortable bringing him to my home just yet. So I want him to get a hotel room. All right. So I want him to get a room. Now, this means that, he's going to have to pay for the hotel stay. We are adults and we've kicked it a few times. So I'm going to stay with him at the room. Right. But I think the problem comes in if I stay with him at this room, what is expected of me?
Well, I guess at that point, since I mean, to each his own and different stroke for different folk, but like honestly, don't even if you ain't got intentions of having no fun with it, man. You know what I'm saying? My opinion to the women is just don't even get no room with the man. Because if you stay with me, I know what I'm expecting. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. 23. I'm keeping it all the way 1,000. I'm expecting to touch on you, all that.
Okay. So see, that's the issue that I have.
Don't stay with me.
You're coming in from out of town and you get this hotel room. We've been kicking it, but just because you get this room, this means that I'm supposed to sleep with you.
I ain't say you supposed to sleep. Look, well, no, I mean, hell, who ain't? Who ain't expecting? I'm gonna just keep it real. Who ain't expecting? We grown. We ain't got time to play. Come on, man.
Okay, so listen.
Play
so
board game.
For me, if he's coming to visit me, I already made a list of things. He's booked the room. I'm gonna make my little charcuterie board. I'm gonna have my little wine basket, my little setup happening for the room. I'll create the wine bar. I'm bringing all the snacks, that type thing. And I've already made a list of things that we could do in my city, just in case he does not have plans. All right. Now, he's a man. I expect him to be a man. I want him to still pay for whatever we do in the city. So, he'll sponsor dinner. If we go out to the clubs, he's paying for that. I'll be sure to tip.
We ain't going to club.
But now I will, on his way out of town, I will pay for brunch. Like, I'll do that because if he's coming in to visit me, it's kind of a long distance thing. Even though it's an hour and 15 minutes away, we work, that type of thing. Right. I know that he's about to spend a pretty penny entertaining me for the weekend. So I will see him out with brunch. And I'm going to have games for the room and all those cute little things to bond and create that time together.
And listen, I was just about to say, sis, now, when I said expecting something, that just was expected. You know what I'm saying? That just keeping it 100 now. I ain't going to lie. But that's another thing, like y'all said, game. You know what I'm saying? Now you can make it fun to where my mind ain't even on no, you know what I'm saying, us getting down or us sleeping together and then like that. You know what I'm saying? But if we get this room, we done been out all night, we had fun, then we drunk. Of course there's gonna be some alcohol and drinking. Come on, we grown. So, and then we get in the room and I'm so sleepy, I'm tired, and then we just lay down. Then I'm still ready to turn up. Not even necessarily talking about sleeping with you, but I'm just still ready to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you get there, lay down, and in my head, like, man, she laying down. She more want me to, snuggle up on her. You know what I'm saying? Get some started over here. But if you plan on coming in I look, I'm the type of guy, I'm this type of guy. If you know that we ain't finna get down like that, then don't let me spend my money getting no room. I can spend that money somewhere else. Just be like, hey, I had a good time, you know what I'm saying? Drive home careful. Or in the midst of us getting these drinks, if you're a responsible person, you need to be like, hey, well, I'm just speak like this. If a woman will come and see me and we get drinks raving, you know what I'm saying? And I see she throwing it back, but I ain't trying to let her come stay at my crib or let her spend the night with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what many men would do that, but I'm just saying it's something out there that will, But if I see her throwing them drinks back, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna throw a hint out there. I'm gonna be like, hey, you got a long little drive. You might want to slow down. You don't want to get too wasted, do you? You gotta head back to the house. You know what I'm saying? You got to throw something out there. Don't let a person get drunk and then, they throwed and now they got, they can't really drive home. You say, well, I hope you make it home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but okay, so I think that, and I saw Brandon put this in the comments. He said it should already be established before you get to the room. Yes,
I think the room even got that right.
I think you need to have that conversation.
Let me say this, sis. Let me say this, y'all. Now, some stuff what's understood ain't got to be explained. We all know if you get a room, we all know 90% of the time what finna happen, what going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather you invite me to your house and not do nothing versus you let me get their room and we don't do nothing and I done spent my money. Now I'm feeling some type of way. That's just real, y'all. Like y'all can keep it talking about this and that, how things supposed to be, but we talking about realistically. If I get that room and you won't do nothing, man, listen. Like I said, but then again, you can't invite everybody to your house. I understand that. But if I'm kicking it with you, I done got, I'm getting to know you. I'm feeling your vibe. You got to be able to read people too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to know.
Said 3 strikes and you're out, basically, in his comments. But
straight up.
And Brandon is saying, not if you don't talk about it. I agree with Brandon 100%. And I had this guy that I kind of knew when I was in college, and we connected online, and he decided, we talked on the phone for a while, and he decided that he was coming to visit me. So he said that he was going to get a room, and he did get a room. And at first I was like, I'm going to stay at home. But then I was like, well, the man is coming into town. I might as well go stay with him.
This was your first time? This y'all first time link?
It was our first time linking up since college.
Oh, since college. Oh, so you knew him prior.
We never dated or anything like that in college. We just knew of each other.
Right. Okay.
So I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I made my little wine bar materials, my snack materials. I bought games, all that good stuff. I made sure I had my little cute pajamas. I wanted to be cute, but I was clear that, I did not want to sleep with him type thing. We went out on our dates, but it seemed like every time we went somewhere, he was complaining about pricing. So it seemed like every time we went somewhere, he's complaining about how much things cost. All right, so the movie tickets, he paid for the movie tickets. I was like, okay, let me make sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and sponsor my half because I don't want any troubles. I picked up the snacks at the movie theater. After the movie theater, we went to a bar. He paid for the little food. I paid for the drinks.
I mean, that was a good day. If you had me, that sounded good to me.
That morning to see him out, I paid for brunch because I want to be clear. Like when this is all said and done,
You can't
Raven did
say you
not,
wasted. You can't say you wasted your money, came down here for nothing. And I ain't do nothing. I ain't.
and I don't
Hey,
owe you.
that real. But see, let's be real though. Let's be real. A lot of women ain't willing to pay for nothing. Then make the man get their room and still don't shake now. I'm using them term. I can't say. They still don't shake now. And and then send the man and send the man on up the road. Don't even offer him $20 gas. Not that saying that he need it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he need it, because let me tell you something. A real man ain't finna go nowhere if he can't afford it. I know I won't.
But some
I
people do.
won't.
And let's be honest, there are some freeloaders in the world. There are some freeload
Yeah,
males.
yeah,
There are some freeloading females. But
yeah,
now, so I think if the person is coming to see you, yes, show some type of hospitality.
yeah. You got
But I
to
think that man should have his ducks in a row where
some
he's
kind of gratitude,
for his
man.
woman a good time. And I also, women, if you're hitting the road traveling to the man, have some coins in your pocketbook because you don't know how things are gonna go.
Yeah, you don't know that man got the splurge. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it ain't all about the money. Now, don't miss out on a good person because you think they ain't got the cheese, the money to do stuff, because they may be going through something. You never know. So that's why I say, do have your own money. Do
Yes.
have your own
And
money.
the mindset of every person, like you just don't know. It's a lot of women, who will go on a date for the sake of having a free date. They
Mm-hmm.
know they're not interested in the dude. They want to go for the sake of the free date. But now you in a hotel room with a man who is 10 times stronger than you, and you were only here for the free date. And he feel like he just paid for it. So you have to be careful in those type of situations. I want to make it clear. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. When I get ready to walk up out of here, the tab is even.
That right.
Because I know that's not what time it is. But
But
hopefully,
then on the flip side of all that too, sis, you know what I'm saying? As a man and being a real man, you got to understand the rules to the game. You got to understand that it's a possibility you doing all this too. It's a possibility that you ain't it's just like a man mining for gold. He know digging in that mine and hard work, but he also know that it's a possibility that he ain't gonna find no gold enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like you got to be willing to take an L if you willing to say it's an L. Because I mean, if you feeling the chick anyway, if y'all chilling like that, then I'm pretty sure it's gonna be multiple. It's gonna be multiple chances for y'all to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect to strike gold the first time. When you just scratching the surface. You know what I'm saying? You
you
can't
can't.
yeah, you can't expect to strike gold. So like I say, you gotta put in that work and dig a little deep. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes though, in some situations, the gold be right up under some dirt. You got to dig deep.
So what about if the person's coming to your house? What is proper etiquette then? Because I think we need to talk about that. If you're
Yeah,
gonna do a
yeah.
house date, what is proper etiquette for a house date?
Like, what do you mean? Like on a person who hosting it at their house? Like, what
Yeah, if
what you
you if,
supposed to
if
do?
you're coming to the woman's house, or if I'm going to the man's house, if I'm going to the man's house, I expect him to have everything that I need.
But
But
hello, but what do you need though? What do you need?
what
Because you
is
might have a
choices? I feel like a hospitable home is gonna have, beverage options, maybe
man. You better
meal
drink the
option,
damn spring water.
snack. Um, if you're inviting a lady over, I think you should have soap that is woman friendly.
Or you
That
should
goes
have
with
you
what
should have unisex soap, man. Something that women
yeah.
and men can use.
Make sure your home smells good, clean, all those things that it's hospitable. And also, I don't think I don't
Hey,
think that,
cuz, okay.
and as a guest, I don't think I should go to somebody's house empty-handed.
Listen, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna bring? Listen, I'm gonna do like the man. I'm gonna do like the man on Thin Line Twin Love. Hey, I'm gonna bring a box of chicken over there. Bring a box of KFC or some Popeye. 'Cause I don't eat churchy too much. Some Popeyes over there, and I'm expecting her to have something to drink already because I'm just picking up the chicken.
But I like if a man invites me to his home, I'm good for a bottle of wine. I'm good for some snacks.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna have some.
I'm good for that. And then if he's already had a meal, then it gets a little late. I'm still there. I'm good. I may be good for a DoorDash or something. But I think it just needs to be. I think his home
So let
still
me
needs to be
so
hospitable.
let me ask y'all women this. This is a real question that I really want to know. So let's just say all the circumstances are the same that you said earlier. Y'all done kicked it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done kicked it for a little while. You know of this person, but you don't really know him. Let's just say this man invites you to his house. You know what I'm saying? So you know how if a woman invite a man to the house, he kind of gotta like give a signal if he gonna try to stay or if he gonna leave. He kind of lingering around trying to see if she gonna be like, well, come on and I mean, are you staying? Do you need a cover? Or you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm finna go to bed. You know what I'm saying? He trying to linger around and see because I'm pretty sure all men have been in this position. A woman that had you come over and you trying to, y'all chilling and talking and it's getting late and you just still lingering around. You know what I'm saying? You trying to see what she finna say. Is she finna kick you out or is she gonna invite you to stay? So in a woman's case, if you at a man's house, what and you ain't never been there. It's your first time, or what would you do in a case like that? Like y'all chilling, y'all go out, y'all get back to his crib. Are you gonna ask him to spend the night, or are you gonna wait for him to invite you, or what will be your move if he asks you to stay?
I think it's whatever you're comfortable with. But if you're uncomfortable, hour and a half, 2 hours, you need to be in the door. And don't make yourself comfortable. So if you're uncomfortable, don't take off your jacket. Don't
Yeah,
take
you
off
gotta.
your shoes. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
stay
you.
in your
See, you got to
bubble.
body
If you're
language.
uncomfortable, stay in your bubble.
Body language. You got to show. You got to kind of give hints or what you want or what you want a person to do or not do. You got to give a body language hint. If you see a person taking out their shoes, so you was like, hey, I was gonna go to sleep soon, so you got to give them some kind of you
Yes,
gotta give
I
some
have
kind
work
of
in the morning.
signal.
Have your exit. I have work in the morning, so I have to go to bed a little early. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Have
Right.
your exit plan. Have that friend lined up. If you have already made up in your mind that this is something you don't want to do, have that home girl, that homeboy call and say, "Hey, what's up? I need you to pick me up from work."
Or perpetrate like you got the call, like act like you. Hey, hold on. Set you an alarm on your phone. Let me give y'all a good game. Set you an alarm on your phone and have it go off like your ringtone. And oh man, this is if you ain't finna stay or you know what I'm saying, or vice versa. Have an exit strategy.
Yeah, definitely have an exit strategy. I agree with that. So now our next topic may be sensitive some because I understand that it's a lot of single parents out here. But do we feel like you should marry before you carry?
I mean, that what them folks said how it's supposed to go.
Let's watch this clip.
People are honest with women when they talk to women about sleeping around and the effect that it has on your life or just your ability to
On
pair
the
bond with
man's
other
life,
men.
not on
men.
our life, on being
On y'all
by
lives too,
y'all.
because a lot of single mothers out here too.
You
Don't
gotta
protect
sleep
it.
around and be a single mother?
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you have to decide to have the baby. You have to have looked at this man and said, not only am I going to sleep with him, but I'm going to carry his baby to term.
So every woman that is a single mother, you feel like that was the situation?
Not all of them, but the vast majority, especially in the African American
Got a
community.
point.
77% of the kids born in our community are born out of wedlock. And that's almost a guaranteed disaster. Other communities, they marry before they carry. That's what gives them such an advantage in life.
All right, so how do we feel about that? Should people marry before they carry?
I mean, if you want everything to go, I mean, I ain't gonna even. I'll finna say something, but it's kind of like that ain't true either. Because even if you marry before you carry, that don't mean everything gonna go smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, man, these times today, y'all, you just gotta hope for the best in either situation. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you're supposed to marry before you carry, but we all know, that ain't realistic today. You see what I'm saying? So, man, listen, we all now experience some form of carrying before you marry. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Like what you
What do you,
mean?
what do you mean?
Like I mean, I got kids and I ain't married. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people out there, like I seen somebody say things happen, and things do happen. You know what I'm saying? But like we've been taught and been brought up. Everybody always say you're supposed to get married before you have kids. But we all know that ain't true because, like you say, we be we be dating and we get comfortable with this person, and one thing leads to another. We start having unprotected sex or doing all this stuff, and then you get pregnant, and things start going south. You know what I'm saying? And there you is, there it is. We got a kid together, but we ain't married. We ain't even together probably. You see what I'm saying?
I think that my personal beliefs, I think that the number of single mothers is probably double to single fathers because men are having multiple kids by many different women. But the issue,
yeah, these women, but hey, sis, like I said, you said something. You said men are having kids by multiple women and this and that. At the end of the day, it's about being responsible. It's about being responsible. That responsibility falls on the woman too, because you out here having unprotected sex with this person, and y'all not married, ain't even planning on being married. It's kind of like you know what you set yourself up for. You see what I'm saying?
And Ricardo, I agree with you. The best gift a woman can give a man is to have his child, if she wants a child.
But it ain't no if you want a child.
Right?
If you have an unprotected sex, that means you want a child.
But be responsible. Be responsible in having your unprotected sex. Please, there are methods out here that work. So the only reason you should be having a baby is if you want to.
Because you want to.
That's right.
You want to.
Because
exactly.
I personally feel like children should be planned for. Raising kids is not easy, and it ain't for the cheap. It's not for the faint at heart either. So if you're going to bring your children into this world, you need to plan for it. All right. Now, I also say this to say, let's start. I mean, you have a better possibility of your child coming up in a household with both parents, or you have a better possibility of a decent co-parenting situation if you marry before you carry. Because yes, some marriages do end in divorce. But I feel like, how do we break that cycle of all these broken families in our communities? So I think it's negligence. I can't put it all on the woman. I think it's negligence on the woman's part if she has not planned for her pregnancy, but life does happen. But I also think it's negligent on the man's part if he's not going into the boxing ring strapped up. Put your gloves on if you're going to go fight. Because we have to start somewhere.
Well, it ain't no real fight if we ain't bare knuckle.
And that's
you ain't fight for real. You ain't fight for real if you ain't got these. Ain't no gloves. But that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny.
That's the problem. That's the problem right now. Like, that is the problem.
But listen, but let me be real though.
Let me consequences if they come.
Hey, but let me say this though. Like, honestly, I'm just keep it 1,000, 2023, baby. We keeping it 1,000. I'm gonna keep 1,000. So listen, I'm gonna be saying that for a couple of podcasts too, y'all. I'm keeping 1,000, 2023, baby. But that was funny. But I'm gonna be realistic. We keep talking about being married and having these kids. Let's just be real, y'all. Now, honestly, y'all can.
Holyfield said, "Stop laying on your back, sisters." Well, Holyfield, you stop climbing on top if that's the case. Okay, don't put all the burden on the woman.
Y'all keep cutting me out now. I'm gonna forget what I gotta say. I'm gonna forget what I gotta say now. Let me think. Yeah, like I was saying. Everybody keep talking about being married, this and that. That's old days, y'all. We got to think about it now. You know what I'm saying? We got to think about it. Times will change. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting married and having kids. Ain't nobody waiting till they married to have a kid no more. And to be realistic with y'all, it don't take it don't take you being married to raise no kids. To be honest with y'all, let me break down to you why I say that. Because if the women and the men that's involved in this kid's life or that had this kid, if they could just put their differences to the side and focus on being a parent and everybody step up and do what they supposed to do, you don't have to be married to have a stable house or have a relationship with the kid or have this kid grow up in a stable environment. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got to be willing to put the difference aside, but we ain't gonna do that because we human. First of all, we ain't gonna put that to the side. We always gonna have problems, and we all gonna find a reason not to be able to co-parent when we ain't together.
Okay, and I have no issue with the co-parents out there, but I think the object of the game, Bubba, should be marriage. Let's
It
value
should be,
black
but I'm being
Let's
real.
value black families. Let's re-strengthen our communities. Let's stop bringing kids up in all these broken homes. I think that's the way, that's the way of the world now. They are teaching us that it's okay to be separated. They are
That's
teaching
what I'm
us
saying. That's
that
what I'm
family
saying.
is not
Sis,
important, and we need to stop that.
listen. Let's take the TV show for instance, y'all. The sister show. You know what I'm saying? You got two people that's dating, you know what I'm saying, and they got kids and stuff, but they staying in the same house, but they seeing other people. You know what I'm saying? But they still take care of these kids together. You see what I'm saying? Like if we can get more of that, even if we ain't be together, cause like I say, shit fails, man. Shit fails. You know what I'm saying? And I promote black family. I'm not saying that I don't promote, you know what I'm saying, having black family together. But what I'm saying is, let's be real. They not all gonna hold together and stick together, which they should, like y'all said. But being realistic, you know, they not a lot of them not. So in order to fix that problem, if you ain't gonna be married, at least coexist or co-parent, be able to come together and raise this kid so that kid can have a good upbringing. You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you don't have to be. It's good to be, but let's just say shit happens and you ain't married, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all went y'all separate ways, still be able to come together and raise that kid and do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't got to be married to have a good upbringing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if everybody would do their part and step up and be a man or be a woman or be a mother or be a father, then it's possible. It can be done without being married if circumstances call for marriage not to exist. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, people got to be able to willing to put aside their personal differences if they got kids together and be able to come together, you know what I'm saying, and make it work. That's
As
all I'm
I
saying.
said, and I said before, plan for your children.
Yeah, do that, but shit
Marry
happens.
before you carry. And if you marry, like at this point, if we are 80s babies, if you marry at this point, you're not in your 20s anymore, work that thing out because you ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
Let's watch this clip.
And when they make a bad decision, they have the consequence immediately, where women don't. We're bailed out of everything.
How are we bailed out of everything?
Okay. Every bad decision that you make, you're bailed out of. If you want to sleep around, there's birth control. If you get pregnant, you don't want to keep it, there's an abortion. If you get pregnant and you want to get married to the guy and leave and take half, you can do that. And you can do it under the guise of being happy. And, you know, and society will accept you. And some simp will probably marry you after. And that, and then on top of that, if you're bad with your money, what are you going to do? You're going to go to a women's shelter, or the government will pay you. If you leave and you're a single mother and you're the 5th baby mama or whatever, you can also go to the government. They'll pay you. Oh, you can cheat. You're right. You can cheat. And if you cheat, what'll happen? Oh, people will ask you, well, why did she cheat?
Yeah. Hey, she made some real points there now.
And you know what?
That's real. She said some real shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Why is her point valid? What was given no responsibility in her statement? She put all the burden. Once again, she put all the burden on the woman. But most of the problems that she described were caused by woman and man together. So that's the issue with society. We want to say it's the woman's fault. It's the woman's fault.
You need to play again, sis. I think you missed it.
I didn't miss it. She said, you want to get pregnant, you have an abortion. You want to have 5 children, you go to the government. But that woman didn't do any of those things by herself.
But what she's saying, that ain't what she that's
responsibility is put on the
no,
man.
that ain't what she's saying. That ain't what she's saying. She said what she's saying is it's always an out for the woman, man. It's always an out for the woman, and it's always an excuse for the woman. You know, like she said, you get pregnant, you always got an out. For a man, you know what I'm saying? The man really, like, to be honest, a man ain't never, even when abortion was legal, a man had never have a say so for real, if that woman had that baby or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she's saying. If it's all, the woman always got an out. A man never has an out. Like she said, if a woman doing bad, she got a women's shelter she can go to. Is it in a men's shelter? Maybe I need to start one. Maybe I need to look into that.
There are places in
like,
homes.
I don't know.
There are places in homes that take
it. Ain't called a men's shelter.
But there are houses and things like that that take in men. Okay, so they are out there, and if you are in need of that type of assistance, you need to contact DHR or some type of social services agency, and they will put you in connection with those type of homes.
Like I was saying, what she's saying is women have more options when it comes to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying, that goes on in life, man. Like they got a lot of options and a lot of say so over a lot of things. Like she said, you can marry a man and decide to leave and take half of his stuff, and then another man will come marry you. A man got to pick himself up, rebound for that, because think about it. When a woman beat his pockets up, beat him across the head, took everything from him, now in the eyes of another woman, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing to show, nothing to present. He can't come up there and get that hotel room that we talking about laying up in. He can't do none of that. And if he do come see you, he probably got just enough money to come see you and maybe take you out to get something to eat. And just because, you know, he done got, you know, it's a long way back, he ain't got nowhere to stay, and he gonna let him stay at your house. That man had a rough date. He's not gonna be satisfied at the end of that date. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be real. So that's what she's saying. A woman has more outs. She got a lot more resources that she can reach out and get when she hit a hard time. Man kind of got.
But I feel like, but the reason that there are all these outs from women is because women have experienced abandonment from men. So therefore, society,
I don't see how a woman can never be abandoned.
Has put these safety nets in place. It'll be a whole lot of messed up people. It'll be a whole lot more pissy mattresses in the ghetto if women did not have these outs or safety nets, as you call it. Let's just be real. And the way that I see some families, some mamas struggling and some children struggling, children come to school dirty, all these type things. Yes, women need these outs, because clearly there's a man somewhere who is not doing what he's supposed to do, who is not taking care of the responsibility that he helped create. And that is the reason why they are in that situation.
But 9 times out of 10, sis, these men somewhere ain't doing what they supposed to do. Some of them in some of them defense, the women ain't allowing it. They ain't allowing these men to be in some. I know plenty, and I got plenty of homeboys that got kids and they baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like I say now, I'm hearing they side of the story. I don't know the full story or the real story, but I'm hearing what he's telling me, and I'm seeing it too somewhat. They be trying to be in these kids' life, but the woman don't want to let them. The woman, the female don't want to let them be in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you know, there are some stand-up guys out here. I do know some dads who assume the role of single dads. Kudos to them for that. But it's very rare to see. It's very rare to see. And when we start talking about foster care populations, the numbers are high. The numbers are high.
That's a whole nother can of worms, though.
That's a whole nother can of worms. We do have mail tonight. Let's get into it.
Let's get into that. Because we're going to be here all night talking about that.
You want to read the letter, or you want me to read the letter?
Is it from a man or a woman? I mean, they ain't the same. You read that, sis. You read that.
All right, dear Raven and Bubba, I have been dating the same guy for 4 years. We're not engaged. We are just boyfriend and girlfriend. Our personalities mesh so well together. However, sometimes I feel like more of a roommate than a girlfriend. Usually, I get the apartment and utilities in my name. He does help, but he is not as responsible as I want him to be. In order to live the way I want to live, I had to take on a second job. He is constantly complaining that I am never home and that I don't have time for him. As a man, I feel like he should have the second job. What do I do?
Well, baby girl, I'm gonna say this. I got a question for her. I want to know how long you've been dating for 4 years, and I ain't see, no time where they said, I ain't see where they moved in. They've been dating for 4. I want to know when y'all start living together for all this to be going on, because that's very important.
But it seems like they've moved a couple of times, because she said usually I get the apartment and utilities in my name.
Well, you gotta think about it, man. Our average lease is about a year, so y'all been together for 4 years, and y'all been dating for 4 years, and the average lease is for usually about a year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to figure out, like, so okay, so well, we know it more than 1 year. Then let's just say that we know y'all been living together for more than a year, because you say every time y'all move, everything be in your name. Well, that's because you putting everything in your name. You know what I'm saying? You can get a lease put in two people's name. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the issue is with that. That's because I guess you feel like you got to do that. I ain't gonna lie. If somebody going to get an apartment with me and they put it in their name, then I'm gonna let them, because you never know. What may happen, and I don't want my credit messed up. If you ain't asking me to put it in with you. You see what I'm saying?
But I
But
also think that's his way of not accepting responsibility.
yeah, but she letting him. Like,
She's
when they went
accepting
apartment,
it.
that's
She's
what I'm
accepting
saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta direct how everything be going when you going, in a situation like this. If y'all look for an apartment, y'all know y'all look for an apartment, and he right there, and y'all got to be going together, unless you doing all the lead work, looking for the apartment, doing all this and that.
And she
You know
kind of said that. She said he does help, but he is not as responsible as I want him to be. So honestly, it sounds like whoever she is, she's carrying the bulk of the financial burden.
Well, she said he helps, but he not as responsible. I guess responsible. She could be saying something about, like, him not putting nothing in his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want no responsibility or nothing being in his name. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, they should have had an agreement when they were going looking for apartments. Like, we both got to put our name on this, and if we both can't, then we don't need to be staying together. Like, that's what it boils down to, y'all. Y'all got to stop putting yourselves in these situations and then be surprised when everything lands on you. But you knew from the jump that man couldn't get no apartment, or he had no, bad rental history, and he wasn't gonna be. Y'all got to discuss this before y'all start living with people. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure everybody ready to go when it's time to go. You feel me?
But she also said she feels more like a roommate than a girlfriend. I think that's a problem as well, because now she's starting to feel like they just coexist.
I mean, that mean they ain't compatible then.
And this girl has taken on a second job, and he's complaining that she don't have time for him. Like, that makes no sense to me.
I feel like they done switch roles. I feel like he being a woman and she's being a man. They need to flip flop. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need to do. Cause usually it's the woman that's complaining about not having enough time with the man while he's out working 2 jobs and this and that. Like, bro, you tripping.
Feelings don't pay the bills. Money do, risk taker, and she is getting the money. She getting to the money.
She need to get rid of that man. Then, if it like that, then my advice to you, baby, is you need to get rid of that man. Find, build by yourself, and then find somebody that's on that level with you and that's willing to take on some responsibility, like put something in their name, or y'all going half and half, put both of y'all names and signature on things. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this kind of go with that married before you care. Like, honestly, and a lot of us done it. Me, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? We done live with people. And we weren't married. So I feel like before y'all make the decision to live with a person, you know what I'm saying, I think y'all may need to consider a lot of things. Yeah, discuss a lot of things, man, because that's a big step, living and moving in with a person now. So,
but I feel like no man should allow his woman to get a second job if he doesn't have one.
Right. He should not. I'm with y'all on that. He should be willing to pick up the slack and go out there and get on the grind and you know what I'm saying, do what he got to do instead of putting that woman out there. You know what I'm saying? At that point, he pimping her. That's like a pimp putting his woman out there to make some money for him. He
and
pimping
I also
then.
feel like if she's gonna have a second job, he needs a second job. So whatever they're trying to grind out of, whether it's better living, they need some extra things around the apartment, whatever the case may be. They should be trying to get that together.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to get that together. But what she gonna need to do, she gonna need to, you know, hey, baby girl, do what I'm gonna tell you to do. You need to wait till this lease up, and when the next lease come around, you know, if y'all vibing or if y'all get the roommate, you know, you feeling like a roommate situation straight, and if y'all move into another apartment, man, listen, you need to discuss. You need to be telling him right now why this lease right here going on. Listen, if we stand together for him not, because you might well stay by yourself. You might well stay by yourself and just have him come through every now and then and tell him to leave a little money on the dresser. You know what I'm saying? And help you pay the little bill like how he doing now. And just not have him in the house. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up.
So, but I don't think he will. I don't think he wants to have a say with Ricardo, because it seems like at this point she is carrying the buck of the responsibility. I agree with Tequila. It seems like she's taking care of him.
That what it sounds like to me too,
What he does, he got a roof over his head. He has somewhere to sleep. He got some food to eat. What is he gonna complain about?
Right. Do they got kids? She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
I think they don't have any kids.
Yeah, because she would have mentioned that. But yeah, you might well just let him. You might well get your own spot, let him come through and leave your door open to other options.
Yeah,
then leave.
Yeah,
then leave.
Pack your stuff in the box and sit it by the front door.
Yeah, just wait till the lease up, and when you move, you know what I'm saying, just don't give no key and say, "Listen, I think you need to discuss this right now, though, lady. Don't just do it under his nose and not tell him. Y'all need to be discussing if, listen, man, if you can't help me, you know what I'm saying, or if you can't get on this lease with me and put your name on it too, then we can't stay there. If I'm gonna put my name on it by myself, then I'm staying in it by myself. You see what I'm saying? So that need to be the discussion. And if he ain't feeling that, he get mad, then you know what he would do for then. You need to get on. You need to get on away from there.
You already know.
Get on away from there.
So what are we gonna leave the people with tonight, Slim?
Man, I want to leave y'all with this, man. It's a new year. Y'all need to develop some new habits, get some new business about yourself. Don't come into this new year doing some of the same bad habits, you know what I'm saying, that you had last year. You know, give yourself an overhaul, give yourself a rebuild, man. Rebuild yourself and let's do better this year. And if you went hard last year, let go even harder. Set the bar. If it was right here, set it right here this time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know I am. Me personally, the bar will sit right here, and y'all can't even see it. This way it's at now. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, look, let's have a good year. Try to minimize, you know, the L's that we're gonna take, and try to maximize our success this year, man. Real talk. Keep your head on the swivel.
And for the girl, whoever sent this letter, today I put a quote on my page that said, "Check your price tag. If you're not being loved and treated the way you want to be treated, check your price tag. You are not on sale and you are never for clearance, baby. Know your worth."
Right. And then another thing, before we get up out of here, if a person is telling you and they expressing this stuff to you, that what you need to do to try to get right, y'all listen to it. Especially if a person worth keeping, y'all listen to it and hell, try to straighten it out. Try to do what this person asking you if you could do it. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, man, listen, new year, do some new shit.
Yes, and we appreciate y'all showing us love in the comments. Tell a friend to spread the word to a friend to check out the 80s Babies conversation. We need your support. We appreciate y'all.
Man, y'all share it. Everybody in the comment, man, y'all share this on y'all page, man. Put it out there. Share it on your page. We trying to turn up 2023.
Yes, we need your support. And then here's my word for everybody. Don't be afraid to dream a new dream.
Yeah.
Like if we have been trying and sometimes the dream doesn't work, our ages have changed. We're in a different season in our lives. You know, a lot of things are different. You may not be where you want to be, but remember that you are somewhere. But don't be afraid to dream a new dream. And remember that what's for you is for you. And let's try to stay positive in this.
Got to stay positive.
Yes.
Block out all the negativity. If you ain't bringing that positive to the table or around people, man, y'all stay in your own space. Don't bring that negativity around, especially around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Keep it positive and man,
yeah.
Listen. Keep it 1K.
2 plus 0 is 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is our year. The most high is definitely in the midst. That's right, Brandon. Let's aim for the sky. It's no way but up. Don't be afraid to dream a new dream. And on that note, y'all, we are out. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Help us spread the word. Hit the like and subscribe button.
Gentleman Club coming soon.
Check out Girls Talk on Sundays at 7.
Gentleman Club coming soon.
Catch up, Gentlemen's Club.
We in here.